Hi guys, welcome back. We are continuing our holiday series with Spellbinders, and today we are using this brand new stamp set called the Three Kings. And you can see that it has 8 stamps. They are clear photopolymer stamps made in the United States. And we have Peace on Earth, Oh Come Let Us Adore Him, Wise Men Still Seek Him. We have the Town of Bethlehem, some palm trees, the Bethlehem Star, and then we have the 3 wise men. So let's get to it. I'm going to do a little different method today. I'm going to take a piece of black cardstock. I believe I've cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm just going to take some basically washi tape and just put that on the back. And we're going to take some Versamark ink, and we are going to do the whole upper portion. And actually just do the whole card. You want the whole thing covered in Versamark ink, which is a clear, sticky ink. Okay, once that is all coated, then carefully lift your card. And I'm just going to wipe my desk down real quick. And it's best to do this on a piece of scrap paper. Alright, so we're going to have that. And then we're going to play with micas, perfect pearls, whatever you have. I'm going to be using perfect pearls. And I'm going to be taking the darkest blue that I have. Let's see here. Actually, might be even going with some purple. Or if you have Arteza micas, they will work as well. Okay, so I have brought in Forever Violet and Forever Blue. And I'm going to start at the top and grab my tweezers. I was going to use tweezers just to hold my paper down a little bit. I should have left my little sticky note on there. And just going to go in with this Forever Blue and coat the top of this. Doesn't have to be any rhyme or reason. I'll actually add some of that Forever Purple. Alright, so now we have this mixture of Forever Blue, Forever Purple, just on the top portion here to have our kind of our night sky, right? And we want to just brush all of that excess off, make sure we are fully coated here on the top. Alright. Alright, now we're going to go into the bottom. And for the bottom, I'm going to mix a couple colors. We have Cappuccino. Let me just dump this over the trash can. Okay, so we have cappuccino. And I think I want to add a little bit of heirloom gold with that. Okay, and for those two colors, I'm going to flip this upside down. We're going to do our ground. Same thing, just a little bit of each. Don't want too much of that heirloom gold now that I see how bright it is. Basically, any area that we didn't get covered with the blue or the purple, we want that heirloom gold or that cappuccino. So this will be our sandy dunes out in the middle of the desert. Okay. Okay. That's our background. That's how easy that is. Again, just going to take my brush, go in, make sure that all of the areas are covered. And take a soft brush. Take off any excess, okay? All right. Now we're going to bring in our Mini Misty. And we're going to stick that in, and it's going to stick in there. Because I have some sticky grit in there, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to lift that color. Because these are silhouette stamped images, I want them to be very black. So we're going to do some reverse stamping here, which is, we've already got our background, we've already got that beautiful color down, but we want to lift some of that out of the way. So first thing we're going to do is get our stamps out, and we're going to start with the City of Bethlehem, which we want to be off into the foreground here, or background I should say, not the foreground. And what we're going to do, and you can already see it starting to happen, is we're actually going to ink up our stamp with Versamark again. And as we go into the Perfect Pearls, it's going to lift the Perfect Pearls off the cardstock. See? So now we have a silhouette image of that city. And I'm going to take my stamp cleaner, and I just use some Hero Arts in a little spray bottle. And I'm going to clean my stamp off because I want to continue to lift more of that off of there. So I want to make sure that my stamp is nice and clean and sticky so that it lifts. So again, going to stamp with the Versamark because the Versamark helps to promote that lifting. And now we have a nice black solid image, and you guys, you didn't do anything with ink. All you did was take off the Perfect Pearls because we're on black cardstock. Perfect, right? Okay, so let's move on here. I think we need to have some of these palm trees off in the background here. Same thing. I'll lift that right off. Because these stamps are new, they're already quite sticky, so this is not going to take too much effort. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, then we're going to start with our 3 wise men. Put them down here. They are heading towards the city of Bethlehem. And I probably have told you guys this before, but I live in Pennsylvania, and the next town over is the town of Bethlehem. And they, at holiday time, they do have a giant star of Bethlehem that they light up on the mountain. So it's kind of cool. Okay. Just repeating the process. I'm not even putting Versamark on at this point because it's lifting on its own. There we go. Now see, it's not going to take everything, so this is where I'm going to add the Versamark ink. And I think one more time and we should get a full solid lift then. All right, there we go. So we got all that perfect pearls lifted. We have another wise man here. Wow, that came out pretty good the first time. All right. All right, now if you are using perfect pearls, to set them in place, Ranger says all you need to do is just spritz them with a little bit of water. I will be spraying my project with some Krylon clear spray. I normally use that when I'm using micas or pan pastels. So the Krylon clear spray just locks everything in place. So I'm just going to use that once I'm done here. All right. Okay, and the last thing I want to do is add the Bethlehem star, and for that, I do want to heat emboss it. So I'm going to put that right here above the town. And I do have a hot foiled sentiment from the Spellbinders Glimmer set, which states, if I could pick it up, all is calm, all is bright, and I think I'm going to put that right there. So let's do our star. And I do want to Versamark this and continue to lift so that the embossing powder has something to stick to. All right. And I'm going to be very careful about this part. Let me grab the embossing powder I want to use. Okay, guys, got my embossing powder ready. I'm going to stamp with the Versamark. I'm actually going to stamp it a couple times just to make sure it's nice and juicy. Now, because I have Versamark all over this page, I do want to be careful when I'm heat embossing this. So I'm going to carefully, whoops, try not to scratch it like that. Actually, that works out fine. So the embossing powder that I have is called Silver Lightning. This is from the old Sparkle and Sprinkle. I know that they have changed. I think they're called Glitters Galore now. And it's called Lightning something, Silver Lightning. I just want to get onto the star there. And I got to be careful because, like I said, there's Versamark everywhere. So this is going to want to stick. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of happening. So we're going to have to completely dry this. And luckily I did not take my stamp out. So, oh, we might have lucked out, you guys. Might have lucked out. Let me take a finer brush here. All right, let me heat set this and see where it goes. Would help if my gun were plugged in. Okay, you guys, that actually worked. So I'm not going to complain, and I'm really not going to mess with that because that looks pretty good. All right, so at this point, I would spray this panel with my Krylon Clear Spray. And then let that dry. It takes a few moments to dry, not very long. But once this is all set, then I can attach my sentiment. And again, this was from the Glimmer. I'm going to glue that on right there. All is calm, all is bright. And then attach it to a card front. And then we are done. I will link down below all of the products that I used for you guys. If you have any questions, post them down below. Let me know what you think. Did you like the reverse stamping method? I think that the background, it shimmers, it glows as it would if it were, you know, a desert. A desert evening being lit up by the Star of Bethlehem for the Three Kings. Again, you can get this stamp set from Spellbinders as well as the Glimmer Hot Foil Sentiment if you're interested in that. And again, I will link everything down below. I will post pictures on my Instagram and my Facebook as well. It's Nancy Stamps 15. If you have any questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, consider subscribing by pushing the button down here in the bottom right-hand corner and the bell so you get all the notifications. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep on stamping. Bye-bye.